Hi, I'm Pam, and I'm here to talk about video games. There is a never-ending barrage of new games being released or being announced, and it can be a little bit difficult to keep track of them. As Steam Next Fest, the latest one has come out, I've played a bunch of game demos, and I've also been looking up games that were previously announced that plan to come out this year. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the games that I am most looking forward to that are supposed to be coming out in 2025. To start out, coming out on March 6, 2025 for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox is Split Fiction. This is the latest one from Hazelight, makers of games like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, It Takes Two, and A Way Out. In this game, you play Mio and Zoe, two contrasting writers. One writes sci-fi and the other writes fantasy. They become trapped in their own stories after being hooked up to a machine designed to steal their creative ideas. They'll have to rely on each other to break free with their memories intact, working together to master a variety of abilities and overcome diverse challenges while jumping between sci-fi and fantasy worlds in this unexpected tale of friendship. So this is a two-player only game, and since I've really liked Hazelight's other co-op games, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. One of the good things is that you only need one copy to play with a friend, whether you're playing that online or couch co-op. I really loved playing It Takes Two together with my partner, minus the weird child and divorce storyline, but this one honestly looks even cooler. I love the combination of the sci-fi and the fantasy worlds and having it be a tale of friendship. The game looks absolutely beautiful, and I love that they sort of promise to have a new mechanic in every single level, which really helps to make things fresh. So again, that is Split Fiction, set to come out on March 6th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Next up is The Alters by 11-Bit Studio. This is supposed to be coming out in March of 2025. I believe it was supposed to come out last year, but it got delayed. Explore an emotional sci-fi game with a unique blend of survival, adventure, and base-building elements. Help Jan Dolsky, the sole survivor of an ill-fated space expedition, create alternate versions of himself to escape a hostile planet and tackle personal turmoils with his unconventional crew. So I love 11-Bit Studios. I loved This War of Mine and Frostpunk, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I did play a demo of it a number of months back, which I did really like. You're basically on this dangerous planet all alone at the beginning, and you need to craft, build, and survive. And you do that by making clones of yourself to help do the work. So this is a cool combination of building up your base as well as going out into the world and exploring in order to mine materials or plant things or farm and gather. Also, I like the relationship building component of it since you have multiple clones of yourself, but all of them have different experiences. You have to manage the relationship between them. And this is just the kind of like resource management base building game that I definitely get like really drawn into. So I am looking forward to this one a lot. It's supposed to be coming out in March for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and there is a demo currently on Steam if you want to check it out. Blueprints is developed by Dogubomb, and it's coming out on April 10th. Welcome to Mount Holly, where every dawn unveils a new mystery. Navigate through shifting corridors and ever-changing chambers in this genre-defying strategy puzzle adventure. But will your unpredictable path lead you to the rumored Room 46? So this is a game I played a demo for, I believe, last summer. And honestly, I didn't quite get it last summer, but then I had an itch to play it again, so I played the demo again just last month, and it really left me wanting more and hoping for the full release of this game. You've been left a manor and you need to uncover its secrets. Every day you explore the manor, but you also have to build it as you go. So from the foyer, you can go through a door and you get a choice of 3 blueprints of different rooms that you can build. And the rooms might have items that can help you. They might have little puzzles to solve, or they might have hints to the greater mystery of this house and what's in it and how to get to the final room. I just think it's a really cool idea that sort of brings to mind tabletop, building games where you're building out your own dungeon or your own level. There seem to be a lot of mysteries to solve and a lot of things to pay attention to, and this just seems like a game you can cozy up with a pad of paper and a pencil to take notes and try to puzzle out the mystery on your own. There is currently a demo available on Steam if you want to play it, and again, it is coming out on April 10th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and it will be on Game Pass day one. I think also on the PlayStation one, but I'm not positive about that. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a terrible name, but the game looks pretty cool. This is by Sandfall Interactive, and it's coming out on April 24th. Lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the Paintress so she can never paint death again. Explore a world of wonders inspired by Belle Époque France and battle unique enemies in this turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics. So this game takes place in a dark fantasy world, and it honestly just looks really cool. I love turn-based mechanics for combat, but I also like when they add a little extra oomph to them, like some kind of timing element or something, which this looks like it's going to have. It seems like a very active, very exciting version of a turn-based combat system. In this game, you're playing a party of characters. You are off to kill the Paintress, who can paint a number, and then everyone of that age will die. So you're trying to stop that from ever happening again. All of the enemies and the environments look very surreal. The setting looks amazing, and it just looks a bit different than other RPGs out there. So I'm looking forward to this. This one is coming out on April 24th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. One that I just found out about is Revenge of the Savage Planet by Raccoon Logic Studios, which is coming out on May 8th. In a future knocked off its axis by corporate greed and stupidity, you have been made redundant and abandoned on the far edge of space with little gear and no safety net. You must explore every nook and cranny, collect dozens of upgrades, and turn over every mysterious alien rock if you want to get revenge on your former employer and return to Earth. So this is the follow-up to Journey to the Savage Planet, which was a really fun 3D Metroidvania with a satirical take on working for a corporation and exploring a new planet. I love how bright and colorful this game is. The last game was really a joy to explore and also had a lot of funny elements with like FMV commercials and things that you could watch in your home base and spaceship. The combat was fun, traversal was fun, all of the new abilities you got were great, so I'm definitely looking forward to more of that. One thing that I really like about this one is that it has co-op, not only online co-op, but also couch co-op, so I am looking forward to playing this that way and looking for just all the different secrets and funny little things to find. So that's Revenge of the Savage Planet, coming out on May 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Doom: The Dark Ages is probably the biggest release that I'm excited for this year. It is by id Software and it's coming out on May 13th. Doom: The Dark Ages is the prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal that tells an epic cinematic story of the Doom Slayer's rage. Players will step into the blood-stained boots of the Doom Slayer in this never-before-seen dark and sinister medieval war against Hell. So as always, you play the Doom Slayer, just killing all the demons, except this time you're in the medieval times version of Doom. I'm really excited for this. The combat looks amazing. It's supposed to be a much more grounded, kind of strategic take on Doom. You look to be very tanky. You have a weapon that's a shield, but also a saw at the same time. You get melee weapons like maces and flails. But there are also vehicles, like you can fly a dragon, or I think I saw some mechs in the trailer somewhere. Honestly, the only thing that gives me a little bit of pause is that I've heard some of the areas are more open as opposed to discrete levels, and like open world, not what I want. Also, this is promising to be more cinematic and story heavy than the previous Dooms, and I can't say that's what I want out of a Doom game, but I'm willing to be convinced if the story is good. So yeah, it's still a day one purchase for me for sure. Looks like a lot of fun to play. I loved the original, not the original, but the remake Doom 2016 so much. I'm glad they're taking away the silly platforming from Doom Eternal. Again, that is Doom the Dark Ages, coming out on May 13th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Demonschool is being developed by Necrosoft Games, and it is supposed to be coming out in Q2 of 2025. Demonschool is a new style tactics RPG where motion equals action. Defeat big weirdos in between the human and demon worlds as Faye and her misfit companions while navigating university life on a mysterious island. So this, you can probably tell, sounds a lot like Persona. I love the idea of Persona games, but I don't like actually playing them, and I think this one might be more up my alley. In fact, I played a demo of it maybe last summer, and I quite enjoyed it. You're playing university students, you're building relationships with other people who are in your party, you're learning things at school, developing your skills, doing side quests, and of course, there's a demon world where you have to fight demons. I also really liked the tactical combat. You need to plan out your actions for each of your characters and then execute all at once. The positioning and the environment were very important as you're sort of trying to stop demons from reaching a certain point on the level, lest they destroy you. This game does currently have a demo on Steam if you're interested in trying it yourself. Again, that's Demonschool, releasing in Q2 of 2025 for PC and consoles. Directive 8020 is the newest game from Supermassive Games and their newest entry in the Dark Pictures series, and it is set to come out on October 2nd. Earth is dying, and humanity is running out of time. 12 light years from home, Tau Ceti F offers a small sliver of hope. When the colony ship Cassiopeia crash lands on the planet, its crew soon realize they are far from being alone. In space, death takes many forms. So I like the Supermassive Games a lot. I like their narrative-heavy, choice-heavy, QTE shtick. Even the games that I didn't really like or think were that good, I ended up having a lot of fun with if I had someone to play them with. And these are games that you can play either couch co-op or online with other people. I've played them just sort of streaming them on Discord, making decisions as a group, or I've played them couch co-op, and that's always much more fun than playing them alone. What I really like about this one is that it is space horror, and space horror is my favorite of the horror genres, so I'm looking forward to that specifically. It looks like this is kind of a take on The Thing, where the alien life form can imitate its prey, so you don't know who to trust. And, that can be a good concept for a game like this, where you have to do a lot of character decision making, so I am looking forward to this one. Again, that is Directive 8020, coming out on October 2nd for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So this is one I didn't think was actually happening, and I just found out about it recently. It's Pathologic 3 by Ice Pick Lodge. It is set to come out sometime in 2025. Save a town from a mysterious plague in this narrative first-person RPG. Learn the stories of its unusual inhabitants. Shape their lives with your decrees. Diagnose patients, face the plague, connect the dots, find out who killed the immortal man, correct your mistakes in the past. So Pathologic 2 was my number 3 game of the year back in 2019, which was a stupidly good year for games. The only things that beat it were Outer Wilds and Disco Elysium, so it was a pretty awesome game. You're trying to save a town from a mysterious plague. So in Pathologic 2, you were playing a doctor. You only had so many materials, you only had so much time, resources were scarce, so it was leaned very heavily into resource management and decision making. Again, here you're trying to save the town from a plague, and it's all about getting to know a place and its people, developing relationships, and making decisions when there's really not a correct or good answer, and there's rarely any happy endings. Just the kind of depressing shit I love. Time is really important in these games, which is something that I especially like about them. Time's not on your side either, although it looks like this one you might be able to do a little bit of time jumping. There is a free prequel chapter called Pathologic 3 Quarantine, and it's coming out on March 17th on Steam if you want to check that out. But otherwise, Pathologic 3 is set to come out sometime this year for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Aeterna Lucis is being developed by Aeternum Game Studios, and it is supposed to come out sometime this year. Aeterna Lucis is a Metroidvania focused on fast-paced combat, exploration, and an engaging story. The sequel to Aeterna Noctis follows the steps of its predecessor, including a brand new protagonist and a large interconnected world. So I really loved the first game, Aeterna Noctis. It was a huge Metroidvania, and it was also the most difficult Metroidvania I've ever played, but I had a lot of fun with it. I have a review of it if you want to check that out. I'm looking forward to playing this. Whereas in the first game you play as the King of Darkness, here you play as the Queen of Light, and the two of them are locked in an eternal battle. I'm looking forward to seeing the new environments that come out in this one, what weapons and abilities the Queen of Light will have that are different from the King's. This was supposed to come out last year, and it got a delay. There's no date for it currently, and I am a little concerned because this game doesn't have a proper trailer. It came out with like a teaser trailer with not much gameplay or anything, so I'm slightly concerned that it's further away than maybe I think it is. As I was rendering this video, I checked Instagram, and the Aeternum Game Studios posted that the first gameplay and intro reveal are coming on March 6th, so we will soon have more than just this teaser trailer to go by. But it is supposed to be coming out sometime this year for PC and consoles. Cairn is being developed by the Game Breakers, and it's set to come out sometime this year. Reach a summit never climbed before in this survival climber from the creators of Fury and Haven. Climb anywhere and plan your route carefully, managing pitons and resources to survive unforgiving Mount Cami. Discover what Ava is willing to sacrifice to achieve the ascent of a lifetime. Now, as a big rock climbing fan, I'm definitely excited for this one. This is a game that gives you the freedom to climb anywhere you want. You can take your own path up the mountain that you are ascending. You need to manage your route, your rope, your stamina, and your health as you attempt to climb. There's places where you can stop and set up camp, cook for yourself. I played a demo of this a little while ago, and I thought it was very good. I think it does a really good job of balancing realistic mechanics while actually being fun to play. A lot of climbing games tend to be very video gamey, and they, don't feel anything like climbing. You just press jump and you stick to whatever. But at the same time, you don't want anything to be too realistic because that would be tedious. I think they're striking a really good balance of having you managing each limb individually as you go up, being able to rest. It just looks really fun. I also really love that in the demo, you can pull back at any time. So you can pull back and see where you are, how far you've gotten up. You can turn around and look at the view behind you, which is something that I really particularly enjoyed about that. If you want to try Cairn for yourself, there is a demo currently on Steam. And again, it is set to come out sometime this year for PC and consoles. Tenebris Somnia is being developed by Cybot Studios, and it might come out in 2025. We'll see. Tenebris Somnia is a 2D survival horror adventure game with live-action cutscenes. Unveil the depths of a disturbing story by solving puzzles and fighting horrible creatures. So, as the description says, it is a 2D adventure horror game with live-action FMV cutscenes, and I just think that's very cool. I played the demo of this a while ago and streamed it, and it was really enjoyable. You start out exploring an apartment building. I believe you're looking for your ex-boyfriend, but you find that maybe some weird rituals have taken place, and things have gotten very strange. You do the normal adventure game puzzle solving, gathering items, as well as some combat or running away facing off against strange monsters. What I really like is just the use of FMV here. It looks like a very solid pixel adventure game, but the FMV cutscenes just add something special. Also, they're really well done so that the characters and the monsters and everything look very much alike despite being presented in two very different styles. So this game just looks really cool. There is a demo currently available on Steam, and it is set to come out, as far as I know, just for PC, maybe near the end of this year. Another co-op game that I'm really looking forward to is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, which is being developed by Saber Interactive. This was supposed to come out in 2024, so hopefully it's going to come out this year instead. In the near future, an experimental attempt to harness the power of the Earth's core ends in a terrifying disaster: the release of the Sludge God. This eldritch abomination begins terraforming the area, turning soil to scum and the living to undead monsters. So I'm always on the lookout for 4-player co-op games, and this is probably the one I'm most excited about for that. Saber Interactive also made World War Z, which is my current favorite 4-player action game. It's a game that my co-op group goes back to every time new DLC comes out. We've played the campaign on multiple difficulties. We're always doing horde modes when we're sick of other games. So I have high hopes that this game will be just as much fun to play. It also looks just like it's over the top and fun. A lot of over the top action, a lot of 80s style horror humor. It's a first person shooters where you're going off against zombies and other enemies. And there are also vehicles to drive around in, which seems pretty awesome. So this is a 4-player co-op campaign. Also, the fact that it's a campaign and not just random levels makes me very happy. So yes, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is supposed to be coming out for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Was supposed to be out last year. Hopefully comes out soon this year. And last but not least, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown is being developed by Strange Scaffold. Splinter and Shredder are dead. Help the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tackle deadly new threats and the approach of adulthood in this fast-paced, turn-based beat-em-up. So I love Strange Scaffold. They make delightfully weird games. El Paso Elsewhere was one of my favorites from 2 years ago. Last year? 2 years ago. An Airport for Alien currently run by dogs is great. Personally, as much as I watched a ton of Ninja Turtles as a child, the franchise doesn't mean much to me now. However, fun tactical turn-based games do, so I'm very much looking forward to this one. I played the demo and it was very cute. It sort of looks almost like a board game with little board game pieces for each of the characters, but every time they move, they have like a new pose they do or a new attack animation that they go into and stay in. There's a wide range of abilities that you can use, but I really like that the environment changes up as you go, and it's very important, as is positioning. Sometimes a car will come by and smoke anyone in a certain area of the street, or the end of the level starts falling off while new level is created in front of you. So you have to keep forward momentum in addition to fighting all of the Foot Clan. Plus, I just always love Strange Scaffold's writing and their music, so I think this could be a good combination for a very fun tactical game. There is a demo currently available on Steam. This game does not have a release date, but Strange Scaffold makes games very quickly, so I would assume that this will be out by the summer at the latest, if I was a betting person. Right now, I'm only seeing it on Steam, but I would be surprised if it wasn't also out for consoles, as it does seem to be designed around using a controller. So that's all the games I'm going to talk about for now. There's still way more. I played more demos on Steam Next Fest. There's lots of stuff to try out. Yes, Your Grace Snowfall, which is a follow-up to a game I really liked. Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, which looks like a zombie version of This War of Mine. Beholder Conductor, which is I think the third Beholder game where you are under a very oppressive dictatorship and you need to work to either uphold the dictatorship or help the rebellion. This time you're on a train. And Vampire Syndicate was a cool Kickstarter game that is a vampire RPG, which I'm always looking forward to. But too many games to talk about. Those were 14, 13 that I thought looked really cool and I'm looking forward to playing, hopefully in 2025, though who knows when things will actually come out. Leave me a comment, let me know what games you're looking forward to playing this year, or if there's anything great that you've already played. In terms of games that have come out this year, I really liked Ender Magnolia, and I really liked Citizen Sleeper 2, but I haven't played too many 2025 games yet. So let's look forward to the year ahead. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. If you want to see more, check out my review of Citizen Sleeper 2 or another of my videos. I have a Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.